Grief, like hunger, is a language spoken by the vulnerable. America can be a different experience depending upon who you are or where you are. The vulnerable are becoming more so. The only way to not see them is to choose to shut your eyes. There are those around you who work every day and have no idea where or how they will feed their families. Do you know how many kids dread the weekend because without the steady school lunches, there are few meals over Saturday and Sunday? Food insecurity is not some manufactured crisis. Now in Fort Worth, Texas, a group of Christians are forming a public-private partnership with a unique focus to bring food and resources to people in need. They are faithful Christians, men and women who believe this is their calling. It is an expression of a real gospel, not a prosperity or a political one. This is their story.
Today, me and my guys, Secured Moving Company here in Fort Worth, Texas, are here to support Midwest Food Bank, as well as Mount Rose Church down in South Fort Worth. A lot of people are going hungry, and with this joint effort of what we're doing, we're looking to help those in our actual local community being a part of it. So we want to actually be a part of our community instead of talking about what's going on with those that are hungry. For me, being a young kid, me and my mom, we didn't have much. Out in East Texas, it was pretty trying. You had to work for what you had. A lot of people here in the city, it's tough. Times are tough. Money's hard. You have to work harder to be able to make it just 2 times as much. So for us, and me and my men and myself, though, most importantly, really want to reach out to those and give them an opportunity to have a hand up, assist them in what they're doing instead of just being, okay, here you are, we can give you this, give you that, but we want to assist them in their ongoing efforts each month, each week, as much as we can, and as much as my men are willing to help out with too, because it's a team effort. Today we're over here with Mr. Tatum, New Mount Rose Church here in South Fort Worth. Been able to get 13 pallets of food, 15,000 pounds, almost 2 times as much as what we did last time. Doubled up. And helping a lot of people in our local community, as well as those that are around. But it's gonna be good.
A lot of folk.
A lot of folk gonna get fed.
A lot of folk. Not just in our neighborhood, but throughout all of Fort Worth. Those 10 churches with 10 different places.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna be a blessing.
We did good this time.
Did awesome.
Maybe next time we'll bring 3 trucks. So in August, me and one of my guys, we ran 9 pallets together with the volunteers over at Mount Rose Church. The unity in the group of that location was powerful. The people embraced me and Frazier as part of their group. Even though we were joining up with them, we assist them in what they do and their impact on the community. And that heart of those people is something that you can't change and you can't replace it. So for us, for me, that's something that's very impactful. And joining with their hearts in this ongoing effort is something that is irreplaceable.
This community here, well actually this church here, in 1964, Pastor Kelly planted this church on this corner. So for the last 60 years, this church has been, a landmark in this community, helping to serve the needs. This community, as you can see around, it looks depressed, no color, no greenery. And that's one of the things we're trying to work in the community is to change the trajectory. This 76104 community, the life expectancy is 64 years for black men, 69 for black women, and 67 for everybody. So they're not living very long. And so one of the things we've discovered in helping that feeding them is critical. Because if they get over that hunger pain, then we can try to address some of those other issues. You live in a community where there is a food insecurity and children not eating at night. Is when they go to school, they have a hungry stomach, and it's hard for them to concentrate getting their academics. Can you just imagine sitting in class and your stomach growling because you haven't eaten? So we have discovered that there's a direct correlation between hungry bellies and kids' inability to learn how to read. So as we're feeding them food, they're getting the right nurturing they're needing in their bodies in order for them to focus so that they can learn how to read. In Fort Worth, and I mean it's 11 school districts and multiple charter schools, probably about 21 total in individual educational public school systems and charter schools, 64% of the kids can't read on grade level. That's the whole, black, white, and brown. There's nothing more painful than a person not knowing where they're gonna get something to eat. I mean, think about it. I remember as a kid, not knowing if we're gonna eat that night, right? Having to wait till in the morning. Well, you see this in this community. It has been exacerbated over the last 50 years because now it's become a hub for immigrants, right? So we have Guatemalans, we have people from Nicaragua, we have others from Honduras or Mexico, even Ramada and Congo. You know, so we have the world right here in front of us, but it's a world of poverty. So by you all bringing not just one truck, but 2 trucks of food, you're gonna be providing food for, as you saw the little kid, right? He speaks English, but his parents speak Spanish.
Yeah.
But they know that this church is gonna give them what they need, right? And they just wanna know what time, because they know they're gonna come get a blessing. And you've just made that blessing even better because 1, we don't have any money to do this. 2, we didn't have any transportation to do this. And 3, before we had you guys or Midwest Food Bank, we didn't have a system. So we were just hodgepodging it every time we could try to get food when we got it. But with you all coming in and being involved and the blessing of Chris Lee and Midwest Food Bank, you all are making a commitment to these people in this community. And that's gonna be the blessing because you don't have to be here, right? Midwest did not have to give food to this community. But somewhere in this whole trajectory of eternity, God placed in your heart and in Chris's heart that you wanted to be a blessing here, or as we like to say, fill our neighbors' bowls with blessings for their souls. You're helping us to do that, and for that we are eternally grateful, brother.
Midwest Food Bank gives a lot of food out for free to agencies, and those agencies then distribute it to people in need. And so we are in the mission of alleviating hunger, and by doing that for free, we're able to impact individual lives, people that need food, so that they can have a place to go at the agencies to go and get food.
So what am I doing here? What am I doing in a food bank? It's real simple, right? You got 2 choices in this world. You got opportunities and you have mandates. You can find an opportunity everywhere. But there comes a time where you got to go, Jesus, what do you want me to do? And I asked a question to Jesus back in 2017. I just got back off the mission field, kind of broken, right? But I said, Jesus, what do you want me to do with this? And he goes, do you love me? And I said, yes, sir, I do. He said, then feed my people.
If we get to the root cause of alleviating hunger, then maybe those people will have hope and faith in moving forward.
I mean, Jesus set the example by feeding 5 loaves, 2 fish, man. I mean, that was the first food bank we ever heard of. Because when I went up to New Mount Rose, I was at my wit's end. And they gave me food that they got from Midwest Food Bank. So I just want to thank you because you kept me on earth one more day. And these volunteers may never hear that from a person here on earth, but I guarantee you they're going to hear that when they get up to heaven. I guarantee it, because God's good that way.
My name is Pastor Robert Brown, Christ Temple Church, Southside area, 1366 Bearside Terrace, Fort Worth, Texas. And we are definitely glad to be able to be here today at this event. We are at another food bowl that's on behalf of serving people here at the community with food pickup. We do this frequently, and I tell you, in the community, it's certainly been a blessing to people that come and pick up different food items, and hundreds of people come. Also on behalf of the Ministers Coalition of Justice, and certainly it is a blessing to be able to help serve peoples in the community. Most people that's in this area live on paycheck. Most do not have a bunch of resources, a bunch of money, and they just taking it day by day. And with us being able to assist on behalf of the Ministers Coalition, where there are several pastors that are involved, and they are really appreciated. The people really are appreciated to be able to help.